Alright, so here we go. Today we're going to talk about some things happening in the news. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Gold Bond Powder and by the show SpongeBob SquarePants. Alright, so now let's get started. There's a very interesting topic today. We have a man named Rick Scott, former head of some big healthcare company that made quadrillion, million, bazillion dollars. And just so happens that this guy, when he was a CEO, screwed Medicare out of lots of money, paid a big corporate fine, $300 million or something like that. And while he claims responsibility, he really wants to distance himself from accepting responsibility. He doesn't want to be seen as the guy that may have caused all this mayhem. Anyway, this guy wants to be our next Florida senator, running against a well-qualified career politician, Bill McCollum. And what Rick Scott is doing is spending upwards now to, I think it's about $26 million on advertising, so that the people whose attention span is about 30 to 60 seconds can be brought over into his end of the game and be able to vote for him, vote him into office. My thought is, he's kind of buying the office, buying a Senate seat. But no one seems to care. There's a guy in Illinois, Rod Blagojevich, you may have heard of him. He kind of tried to auction off Barack Obama's Senate seat, and now is facing trial and jail time and a big upset in his life. I mean, it's gotten so bad for him that he's had to go on and become a spokesperson for a hair club for men, believe it or not. In any case, our sponsor, Gold Bond Powder and the SpongeBob SquarePants show, is delighted to be able to bring you their great products while you watch your TV. My question is, from me to you, my question for you, maybe you can give me an answer, is, are there different laws in the state of Illinois compared to the state of Florida? Is it okay to buy a Senate seat in Illinois but just not auction one off? I'm not sure. Well, let's go on. Before we get to our next topic, our little mini topic, let's just give a shout out to our sponsors, why don't we? Gold Bond Powder and SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, some of you may think that Gold Bond Powder is only a foot powder, but let me tell you another thing. Believe it or not, second time I've said that to you, so you see if you can believe it or not. It can be used to combat underarm odor, and that's what I use it for. Gold Bond Powder, when you don't want to stink. Okay, on to our next topic, illegal immigration. Federal courts have told Arizona, we're handling this, you stay out of it. You don't make the laws, we make them, you just follow them. It's kind of crazy, since what Arizona wants to do is what the U.S. has said that they would do, which is combat illegal immigration. Kind of a nice border town for the Mexicans to come across. And like Mexicans or not like them, you know, they should come here legally. I mean, if we're going to allow illegal immigration, then why don't we just say, okay, you want to kill somebody because they pissed you off? Go ahead. What else? I mean, anything that's illegal. Why should immigration be a different project when it's illegal? We need to spruce up our borders. Fact of the matter is, immigration is down by quite a bit because of our economy. The proud people of Mexico don't want to come here because there's no jobs for them, so they stay in Mexico. Okay, but we still need to enforce our borders, which is a very tough thing to do. Illegal immigration, if you disagree with it, there might be somebody coming gunning for you. And maybe not. I think eventually the United States will be able to find money somewhere. Let's just sell a few more treasury bonds into the Chinese people and let them own them bigger portion of our country. We can battle illegal immigration with the money that those bonds would give us. Well, let's see. What's next on the agenda? The Iraq War is winding down just as President Obama has promised us, which is a good thing. And I am here tonight to float the Itskevinhorantime plan for Afghanistan, and has a poetic ring to it. The Itskevinhorantime plan for Afghanistan, brought to you by Gold Bond Powder and the SpongeBob SquarePants Show. Alright, here's my idea. Why don't we do this? Why don't we withdraw all troops from Afghanistan? It seems as if the longer we're there, the stronger the Taliban get, the more likely they are to kill American soldiers, the more likely we are to send more troops, more ammunition, more this, more that, more aid, more this, more that, and all we're doing is strengthening the warlords over there. It's a proven fact that any of these big countries, starting in the Soviet Union 50 years ago, can't make Afghanistan people do what they don't want to do. And the lunatic fringe that is the Taliban is very powerful there. I don't think we're going to be able to do it in the regular way. So here's what I propose to do. I'd like to take all the troops out of Afghanistan and then take 200,000 Americans who are out of work and really need the money, fly them over there free of charge, put them up, pay all their hotel stays, say up to $100 per day, per diem they call that, and let's do this. Let's arm them with a handgun, some ammunition, give it to them free, pay them $75,000 a year, and give them a list of, say, the top 20 or 30 people that we want to get rid of. 200,000 Americans, $75,000 plus the comps of food and hotel, the ammunition, and give them a list of the people that we want taken out. Once that's done, we should be able to maybe get some American officials elected there, or maybe, just maybe, we can buy some Afghani seats of the government. It's an American idea after all, isn't it? Well, guys and gals, thanks very much for listening to me today. It's been great. As many of you know, if you've read on my blog, I was in the witness protection program. I can't talk about it. And that's why I've been unable to fulfill my duties to you, my subscribers, to bring you pertinent, up-to-the-minute content as I've done this evening. So, now that I have my First Amendment free speech rights back, since I'm out of the program now, I'm able to bring these types of comments your way. Let me know how you like it. Yeah, let's bring those comments in one last ditch attempt. Gold Bond Powder and the SpongeBob SquarePants Show. Thanks very much for sponsoring us, guys, okay? And people, buy the products, watch the shows, and I'll see you next time.